is going on, guys? My name is Zora, and welcome to Steins Gate, the Distant Valhalla. In the last episode, we were running for our fucking life, and in this episode, I don't know. 21st December, 2011, 9:47 a.m. Did we make it to the rendezvous point? Even though this area is underground, it feels much colder than the outside. However, the frigid temperature feels good on my body, which has gotten hot due to all the running. Man, I haven't felt this worn out since, whoa. For me and Kurisu, who are not very athletic, running 10 kilometers is borderline impossible, so we must push ourselves to the utmost limits. Our escape has been a muscle-tearing, grueling sprint from hell, but in the end, we reached the rendezvous point, 30 minutes earlier than planned. Fucking, it seems you didn't need to run that much, man. We are way too fast to, not being able to walk anymore. Kurisu drops to her knees. I, too, lay my lactic, acid-ridden body on the ground for a brief moment of respite. The tunnel continues to increase its width, as if to make way for something huge. Slowly, I look up above our heads. Until now, I haven't had the time to notice the gloomy and unnatural high ceiling here. I mean, it looks really cool, and it looks like something out of Star Wars. Jeez Louise, what is that? It also kind of looks like, you know, Tony Stark's, heart thing? I forgot the name of it. Whatever. Nerd moment over. Compact Muon solenoid. CMS. Embraced in silence, the enormous observation point feels like an altar. All of it appears to be surrounded by an ominous aura. He said it. This is one of the places for the observation of the particle collision experiments within the LHC. Its never-ending pipe seems ridiculously thin from where Kurisu and me are looking on it. Wait, we're on that little... Oh man, I would be pissing myself. The CMS shaft has a height similar to that of a 6-story building. The giant detector, which fills most of the room, feels more like a requisite from a science fiction movie than something which should exist in real life. Again, Star Wars. I said it. A seemingly infinite amount of cords are connected to the device, looking as if there were blood vessels, a continuous stream of observed particle collision data, which would normally be present within them, only waiting to reach external processing units. Daru, while looking at pictures of this, used to spout some bullshit about it being Moe. How is that Moe? The current Z program experiment is being held at a different observation point right now. The CMS is nothing but a checkpoint for the accelerated protons. For Kurisu and me, however, it's our destination. Just like the nearby 10-kilometer long way that we ran, this large man-made cave is also devoid of any other human presence. Unfortunately, this also means Neidhardt is not here yet. To be entirely sure of that fact, I take a brief survey of the environment. Daru should be coming here as well to confirm it. I take out my phone in an attempt to call him. However, no matter how long I wait, he doesn't pick up. I feel like it would have been better if you included the ringing from like the actual Steins Gate visual novel, but this works too. What is he up to now? Maybe he can't answer because he's on the move. Don't make me anxious, damn it. I decide to call at a later time and close my cell phone. Then I approach Kurisu, who is sitting with her back against the wall. We unexpectedly bought ourselves some time. And why would you bring yourself time? I mean, I don't even know what that would be like. And I want to use it to talk to her. Oh, my babies. My babies. While she is recuperating, I sit down next to her. She throws a glance at my face, but then quickly looks to the other side. If I had some water, I'd give it to her. Sadly, I don't have something that convenient. Would you like a Dr. Pepper, Kurisu? What were you doing the past year and a half? I've been in prison, just like you. Were you shown the experiments? Experiments? What do you mean? Oh shit. Z programs human experiments. Kurisu's expression turns into a painful one. You didn't attend to even one of them? No. I was coerced into watching. Not only that, they also gave me a detailed explanation, as if they were expecting me to play a part in it. Kurisu's intellect is extremely valuable, so SERN probably wants to use it. Although, the one who made the phone wave, name subject should change, was Daru. The one who upgraded it into the time leap machine was Kurisu. The only thing I did was spout stupid delusions. That is probably why the people here started treating us differently over time. So you were forced to watch the experiment, where you knew that the test subject will be jellified. None of the chosen test subjects were informed of the results from any previous experiments. Most of them were told that they would become the first time travelers in history. Observing the experiment is the same as participating in a murder. However, Kurisu was powerless to save the test subject. That realization must have been a mental torture. Man, like, this is painful. This is painful. Man, I kind of feel Okabe, like, I know Okabe is like, thank God I didn't know shit, so I didn't have to watch that, but, you know, you kind of feel bad not knowing shit, and, like, and I know Okabe feels as if he's responsible for them getting in this mess, because it was him who decided for them to hack into SERN, for them to build the time machine and all that. So he feels very responsible, even though he really didn't do much. He just pushed everyone to do the work. It's bullshit, man. It's bullshit. They didn't do anything to me. I wasn't taken anywhere, and I wasn't forced to observe experiments. The value of my and Kurisu's brain is completely different. What SERN needs is not me, but Kurisu, and her overwhelming intellect. Almost said intelligence. Same thing. Wait, am I feeling jealous? Am I an idiot? Wow! I called it! Hey, Okabe? Oh, what's happening? Kiss! 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 Kurisu isn't looking at me. If you look close enough, her expression appears cold and emotionless. For this past year and a half, Kurisu was probably the only one who never got a chance to let her mind and heart rest. If we escape here, what are you planning on doing? After we return to Akihabara, I will change the past. Once again, changing the past means changing the future. This change is something only I, the owner of Reading Steiner, can observe. Mayuri has to be saved. The failure to do so back then is now the burning fuel of my motivation. Did you find a way to change it? The question leaves me at a loss for words. Right, I don't know of a way to do that. All I have are two things. The will to change the past, and the will to bring back a childhood friend who died a year and a half ago. If you want to change the past, then there is no need to escape from here. What? Do you remember what Amane-san said? Amane Suzuha. The person who appeared on the Japanese discussion boards claiming to be a time traveler from the future. John Teeter, in reality lab member 008, Amane Suzuha, one of my trusted comrades. 23 years from now, in 2034, humanity successfully creates the first time machine. The ones responsible for it are SERN. No, the ones responsible for it is Daru, you, and Kurisu. I'm just saying. Because, you know, he eventually invents the device that allows him to see, because he feels as if he's not, like, his brain isn't useful, but then again, later on he invents, I forget what it's called, but, you know, the percentage meter, the divergence meter, fuck. So he has the intelligence there, with his ability, he'll know enough about it. Okabe might not be useful right now, but he would be useful to CERN in the future. Personally, I really want to see a game where Okabe Rintaro, in the in the Omega World line, I think it is, the 2% divergence. Because I would love to see Rounder Okabe and him taking over Japan and then trying to save that future, you know? Because I know it was in a CD drama that they made, and also this music is really good to go along with my rant, but Steins Gate gets me excited, and I would love to see more world lines and more stories from it. It's amazing. It is legit an anime and a game and a series that was made for me. You see, ever since I was little, I love stories about time travel and other worlds. I love Dr. Pepper. It's my favorite drink. Shit. I love a good story. I love the art style. This is legit. Steins Gate is awesome. It legit has all of the elements I love about anything. I know a lot of people I've watched a lot of reviews about Steins Gate after I finished the series in the game, and a lot of people disagree, but then again, I like it. And I believe it's still one of the best-selling visual novels, or it's on a good amount of lists. It's one of the most popular animes of all time. And I think it deserves it. It's a really good story. Anyway, what about it? There is no need to escape from here. If your wish really is to change the past, then there is no need to escape from here. Kurisu repeats the same words once again. If you really desire to change it, then you should cooperate with CERN and participate in their experiments. I can't believe my ears. Are you being serious? If saving Mayuri is all you want, then that is the better choice. If you wait for 23 years, you'll get a method to influence Akihabara in 2010. CERN and Rounders are the ones who killed Mayuri. I clench my fist in anger. Don't you ever dare spout theories about how I should be helping them. Sorry, I didn't mean it. I mean, he's destined to die in the year 2025. What do you expect him to do? That is convergence. He dies that day. Okay? Kurisu gets visibly flustered at my reaction. Of course, I know that Kurisu is not serious. Still, I can't help but become enraged. It surprises even me that I, who gave up a year and a half ago, still had such feelings inside me. We had discussions about the possibilities. The best course of action, which results in saving Mayuri, is to kill all your emotions, so you're able to do what you must. Truly, that would be a logical decision. However, I am neither logical nor realistic. My boy! Long ago, I used to call myself a mad scientist who didn't choose sanity to fulfill his goals. However, whenever faced with situations like this, my emotions easily got the better of me. Hey, what will we do when we return to Akihabara? Kurisu's voice seemed nervous while asking. Do you have any idea how to save Mayuri? We will create another time leap machine. Impossible. Kurisu looks away and shakes her head, dejectedly. That was the result of a string of accidents that one might call miracles. It is not something we made on purpose. Are you saying that you want to stay here? I shout without hesitation, becoming a bit too emotional. I realize that I should have more self-control, but I can't hold myself back. Kurisu has never been so negative and resonated. Each and every one of her words were dignified. Did she change? Just like how I became rotten during the 1 year and a half of lenient confinement? I don't want to see my assistant like this. There's no way I would. It's just that during all that time, I thought about a lot of things. Right, just like me. Back then, were my decisions right? Or were those merely foolish delusions? Has there ever been the slightest chance at all? The result of that thinking turned out to be Operation Valhalla. Suzuha was a member of the Resistance, created by me and Daru. She fought to prevent CERN's dystopia rule. What did she use for that? Answer, Kurisu. Kurisu trembles from the steadfast conviction in my voice, and lightly hugged her own shoulders. Okay, that was really weird. Believe it or not, loading from that image to this one froze my entire computer. And I don't know if that was the game or my computer, because my computer has been having issues lately, but I don't know if my computer's that bad. Let's continue. Time machine. Right. The time machine that me and Daru made. It could go back in time, even though it was incomplete. Not D-mails nor time leaps, but physical time travel. Something CERN couldn't do. We can make a time machine by ourselves. We don't need CERN for that. There is no reason for us to remain in this place. We have to move on and leave this cave. I tried not to think much about Amane-san. However, Kurisu bites her lip and seemed hesitant to say something. If you're going to talk about time machines, then you shouldn't try to fool me. What? Try to remember the 2036 that she observed. Specifically, our and Hashida's state at that time. With a small gulp, I suddenly lost my breath. Kurisu covers her face with her hands, slowly shaking her head. That action is a perfect indicator of how much she is suffering. When I think about something like that, I don't understand. I've been thinking over the past year and a half, and the more I thought, the more lost I became. I can't even tell the difference between right and wrong anymore. As she looks up at me, I notice her eyes are red. Is she crying? I feel as if we're just running into the same future that Amani-san warned us about. Same future? The incomplete time machine that Amani-san used was created by you and Hashida for that sole sake of negating the future, where Mayuri dies and SERN creates a dystopia. Yeah, that's right. What became of that? And the game fucking crashes. So, the game crashed. And I've been trying to fix it for the past 45 minutes. And I finally did. I've tried reinstalling the game. I've looked on the forums. I've installed it exactly how they told me to. I did that the first time. I've tried, you know, going through the entire game again. And I fixed it simply by turning on compatibility mode and making it run on compatibility mode for Windows 7. And, you know, what became of that? And when I click, it would keep crashing every time I clicked off of that same dialog box, but it went through this time. So let's get on with the show, shall we? Stop it. What became of Amani-san, the time machine, and Mayuri? Stop it! She failed. Amani-san failed. Don't tell me you've already forgotten that letter. Don't say anything beyond that! Don't say the conclusion that I've averted my eyes to. It will be converged, Okabe. Shut up! Into the very same ending. Attractor fields. The will of the universe. The predetermined future. Even if one changes the steps, the future will converge to the same result. It's as if the universe itself decides where the future will lead, making everything unconditional and absolute. 1 year ago, I experienced it myself as I struggled to save Mayuri by time leaping over and over, trying out every possible method. However, I just couldn't break away from the convergence, and that is the true meaning of an attractor field. Neither the many worlds interpretation, nor the Copenhagen interpretation. But that means by which the world's future is bound in 2036. The attractor fields are like shackles to us. It's hopeless. No matter what we do, I don't think a method to reach a different ending even exists. While talking, Kurisu wipes her eyes with her fingers. Her voice is cracking due to her crying. Do you still truly think you can escape from here? Even if you know that you'll fail, will you find the courage? Resist SERN? Even the mindset you have formed could be a mistake in itself. Perhaps you're misunderstanding things just because you have that weird Reading Steiner power. But me, no. Every other human besides you cannot notice the world line changes. If that's the case, then not only the results, also the process cannot be changed. My power is something that shouldn't exist. It shouldn't even be possessed by anyone at all. Having it is what gives me the opportunity to make a change. Even though I might be putting on airs, I will use the chance that was given to me. I can't become strong with such empty words. Kurisu laughs in self-derision. The imbalance of her laughing in the middle of a teary breakdown is a perfect indication of her mental state. Right now, Kurisu is too anxious. Amane-san's observed result is too heavy that I can feel it weighing down on me, burdening me while I carry on. The value of Makase Kurisu in the year 2036, the value that Suzuha observed, that is, the mother of time machines, I prefer the main researcher behind the first time machine in history, the main reason behind the dystopia, a SERN researcher. If world lines converge, then no matter what I do, I cannot escape from here, right? From here on out, I will stay here, researching time machines, for over 20 years. Nobody can prove that. You're contradicting yourself, Okabe. You believed the words of the so-called Hashida's daughter, who came to Akihabara in the year 2010 in a so-called time machine. Then you must believe her words about the situation in 2036. That's... Your own future has already been promised to you. You have to accept that. My future? I will die in 14 years. Suzuha has predicted that. However, prediction isn't the right word in this case. To Suzuha, it was truth, and that has already happened. It was not a premonition, but a reality. However, even now, I will not accept that. Coming closer to Kurisu, I grab her shoulders and look her straight in the eyes. You're contradicting yourself. No, I am not. You're contradicting yourself, Kurisu. You were just talking about how I could, help research for the next 25 years and survive, but I would still die. But I don't understand. Did the egg come first, or was it the chicken? Tell me. D-mails, Kurisu. By using them to influence the past, I was able to change the present. It's the same idea. Changing the past changes the future. By past, I mean the events that led to my end. Right at this moment, countless futures are being born, along with the processes leading to them. Not even God knows the difference between the two of them. This isn't a movie, a short story, or a visual novel. So there is no clear distinction between them. I won't let my future be decided for me. I can change it. I know it. There must be a way to save Mayuri. And there must be a way for me to avoid my own death in 14 years. Simple. Download your memory, go brain dead, and then survive for 11 years. At least that's what Steingate Zero has taught me. There must be a method to avoid spoiler alert, void convergence. Suzuha's entire mission was based on that fact. This is why she traveled back in 1975. To escape the influence of attractor fields, the fate of the universe, we have to alter a major turning point in history. By doing so, we can create an entirely different path. That is what Suzuha told us. To her, the needed tool was the IBN 5100. Even though she failed, it is still possible to make a change. That is what I believe. Okabe, if you legit just think about what happened like a year and a half ago, you realize, you can legit prove Kurisu wrong. You can mention the fact that she was dead in July. I think it was July. It was July or August. You could tell her the fact she was dead. She was dead. And then you changed the future and changed her fate, and then she became the mother of the time machine. You received the IBN 5100, and then your D-mails made it disappear. Suzuha didn't fail in the world line. You changed it to a world line where she did. I'm just saying, you got plenty of proof to prove her wrong. I know that I'm just spouting shit about willpower. I know Kurisu despises that. However, to summon miracles, one must not stay rooted in theory. Kurisu, what about you? Do you believe it's possible? I ask her as if to test her resolve. My own decision is firm and resolute, but what about hers? I send her a questioning glance. Kurisu, tell me whether you're prepared or not. I want to believe. Yeah! Hell yeah. That smile! That smile! Not even wiping her tears, she returns my gaze. That determined, unwavering gaze. A gaze from the distant past. Fucking forgot the T. Challenging, biting, piercing, sharp. I want to believe that. She repeats her answer again and jumps into my chest. Oh, my babies! Without hesitation, I embrace her trembling body and gently stroke her hair and back. A friend of who I was separated for a year and a half. I was separated from for a year and a half. A friend who fought with me for the sake of saving Mayuri. A friend that had been sorely missed, and one I've been wanting to see for ages. She's the only one who understood me in my battle against time. The only one who believed in me and gave me the strength to move on. As well as the chance to try again the time leap machine. I knew that you would stand up to this challenge. This is what a strong comrade you are. Without Kurisu and Daru, I cannot save Mayuri. We will definitely escape. We will return to Akihabara. Take me with you, Okabe. And the fact is, well, I'm done. I already kind of spoiled a bit of Steins Gate Zero for people who haven't watched it. Let's just say, in one of the sequel games, Steins Gate Linear Bound, at least in the fan translated version that I played, there's proof that they are not stuck at the CERN headquarters. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. But of course, you know, you gotta, I'm excited for Linear Bound to come out, because once I do Steins Gate Elite, and then I'll do Linear Bound, and then I'll do Steins Gate Zero, and then if Darling and Loving Vows, if that ever gets translated, it's gonna be exciting. Away from the world line convergence. I will not allow it. We will definitely avoid that future. The escape from CERN and the Operation Valhalla are events decided by Okabe Rintaro, not the universe. Well, let's see if Steins Gate Logic's about to kick us in the ass. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Steins Gate, the Distant Valhalla, Valkyrie's Rebirth. If you did, make sure to leave a rating. I'm excited, and I'm glad I fucking fixed the game that broke on my ass. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace off. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, you can check out my previous video here, or even a playlist related to this video here. There is also a video that was picked out by YouTube just for you, and last but not least, you can click here to subscribe. Anyway, guys, my name is Aura, and I'll see you later. Take care.